Did I get you guys freaking out that the sound wasn't there? You should know that the music in the background is deceiving me. Anyways, that was this really stupid way to begin the live stream. But whatever. The show must go on, right? Let me get this camera straight here. Matt is upstairs. We're at a great hotel. I'll let Matt kind of tell you more about it. But so we're riding yesterday. Matt had his first ride. I'll let Matt tell you the first as far as it goes. I'll just lead into the hotel. His body was a little sore, and when Matt told me that he wanted to ride and cycle with me, I thought, holy moly, two guys, two rugged travelers roughing it together, you know? And yeah. Good morning, Vietnam. But so I was thinking backpacker hostel, you know, maybe even tent it with my buddy Matt. And he was feeling a little sore on the trike, and he's like, we're getting a nice hotel when we do this trip. So the next few days traveling with Matt are going to be less backpacker-ish and more cycling to nice hotels. And you know what? That's okay. Matt doesn't have a very long time with me as far as you know, just 3 days cycling. So, and we had just camped out in a cave for like 4 days. And so, you know what? It's okay. And if he feels comfortable with these places, that's fine. The problem is that we looked on hotels.com and we found this hotel. The pictures were glorious. It was like a Garden of Eden at a mild rate, like it was about $30. So each of us chip in, it's like $15 a piece. Yeah, we'll get a nice hotel. Let me list all the ways that this hotel sucks, okay? First of all, they wouldn't let me park my trike in the lobby, which is fine. But I had to lock it out in this dirty garage, which again is fine. We're just starting on the low end. 2, the elevators, okay. Let me put it to you this way. So there's a board meeting about 30 years ago on the marketing of this hotel. And it's all the guys that deal with this hotel, and they're all spitballing ideas, right? They're all trying to figure out a way to impress the boss with all their fantastic ideas. A gentleman stands up and he says, Sir, when we put the elevators in, let's make only one of the 2 elevators work. And then, when you select the elevator you want, let it go from like the 2nd floor all the way up to the 8th floor before it comes down to the 1st floor. The people will love it. The boss says, thumbs up on that idea. And therefore, we have elevators that when you hit the button, it goes up to the top and then down at a very slow rate, and one of them is broken. So that's great. 2, second guy, Smith. Smith gets up and says, Sir, let's have a really big banquet restaurant, okay? Let's have a big restaurant, biggest in town. But the food, let's make the food kind of niche, you know? Kind of like chicken that's been sitting out for like 4 or 5 days, dryness, that sort of they just char the outside edges of it, and like these like weird buttery smushy pieces of broccoli. The people are gonna love it. And a cherry on top, let's charge like 10 times more than the street food outside. Like no. The boss goes, no, that's a horrible idea. Let's charge 20 times the amount of the street food. Let's charge such an incredible rate that they'll look at that pile of shit in front of them and say, it must be good because I paid so much damn money for it. But in essence, it was the nastiest, most horrible piece of rawhide chicken I've ever had in my life. Good ideas, Smith. We'll make it happen. So then, the room guy stands up, George, and George stands up and he says, "All right, let's make these rooms really unique, okay? Let's make the showers instead of like, let's make the rooms in this hotel all look like it should have hot showers, but and and like it really should have hot showers. But let's not put hot showers in this place. Let's make everything cold, and let's just make people feel like that's the way it should be. But it really shouldn't be, because it's a really nice hotel. And let's let them run the water for about 25 minutes, basically the amount of time for them to take about 3 or 4 showers, and then let's just kind of warm it up a little bit, you know? And then George, just standing ovation. George, that's the best. That's the best idea I've ever heard. And George is like, I'm not finished. Hold my beer. Why don't we just put switches everywhere? Just more switches, right? Let's just have switches everywhere. One switch turns off the computer outlet, so that when you're working on the computer, it turns the computer off. Let's do another switch that turns on a light like in the closet. And let's do another switch that turns off all the lights, and then another switch that turns all the lights back on. And then let's do another switch that turns the AC off, because, you know, you need to be able to turn the air conditioning off. So, yeah, hey everybody, I'm just kind of getting into the hotel, fantastic hotel we stayed at today. Millions of switches in this place. In fact, Matt, who's sitting on the other bed next to me, that's all you can. It's like a new musical instrument. So George, bravo, George, bravo. George is like, yeah, we got a refrigerator guy coming in, you know, to put the little mini fridges in every room. Let's try to mix it up. Instead of it making things cold, let's try to make things hot. Let's make a refrigerator that makes things hot. That's the thing. I'm just talking about, I bought a whole bunch of stuff for you guys. For you guys. And so yeah, what a great idea, to make a refrigerator that makes things hot inside. Then, who else gets up? Steve gets up and he says, why don't we make a gym, like a fitness center. The fitness center should not have air conditioning. And then the boss is like, it's gotta have something in there. Why don't we just put an air conditioning unit inside that when you press the on button, it opens, beep, and then the vents open, and then beep, and it turns off. Just enough to give people a little bit of a breeze. Boss knows what he's doing. He didn't earn his millions off of the backs of others. Anyways, we've stayed in a fantastic hotel. The counter to the fact that this hotel was such a shit sty was that we went out for dinner yesterday. Well, we ate here, but then we walked around. We came back. I'm sitting in front of the elevators waiting because they're going all the way up to the top floor. See, that's called setting it up. So the elevator's going up, we're waiting, and this big guy from Philippines, he walks over to me and he says, you know, what are you doing? What are you here for? Are you here for the convention? I says, no, I'm not here for the convention. And he says, where are you from? I said Detroit, but I'm cycling around the world. I'm just here for the time that I'm here with my bike and my buddy Matt. This lady comes from out of screen. She runs in. Oh my God, you're Matt. You're Matt, she says. Now, I'm in Dong Ha, which is a smaller city in Vietnam. I'm here for one day. I stay in this one hotel. Just so happens to be a group of Americans. You're Matt. I says, yeah, I'm Matt. You're cycling around the world. And I was thinking, yeah, you must have seen the signs on my Trike, but the signs, I mean, all the bags are up in my room, so she must have just seen them as I was taking them off the Trike and taking them up to my room. And she says, no, my best friend in Chicago watches you. What was his name? The best friend? Mark. Mm-hmm. Mark. I saw your friend here. What a coincidence is that, right, guys? So, like, the Jayoe message is spreading. It's very, very interesting. Yeah. This is the morning buffet. It closes at 9 o'clock. So I didn't know how long Matt was gonna be. So I got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coffees. Just in case you came up and it was already closed, we'd have coffees to drink, you know?
Which isn't unreasonable to think, considering everything.
Yeah, considering how this hotel is. They might have been, it's 8:35, time to close it up. They have, did you see the cheese and butter plate?
Yes, and
Just cheese and
I had a
butter.
glance on it, and I ended
The
it.
whole thing is like a mound of butter in the middle with cheese around the outside edge.
Interesting. Place.
Because why not? Because why not? Cheese and butter plate. Anyways, hey guys, how's it going? My name's Matt. I'm traveling around the world, some of it, and albeit most of it, riding a trike. Is that better? Because that was why everybody was giving me crap because I said I'm cycling around the world. So no, I'm not cycling around the world. I am cycling mostly around the world. This is my friend Matt.
Hello.
You all know him. And yeah, this is the weekend live stream. Hug from Brazil. Hey Milton. Hey everybody. Hey everybody. Hey Mark. Enjoying the story of the hotel. I will remember for life and will not stay there. Good. I'll leave a link. Matt too is in the house. Joe is saying this is no worse than the bus ride we had. Is this?
I mean,
Yeah.
I've got more space, but
Yeah.
other than treatment and
Just overall quality. I guess on the bus I was expecting the
That's-
chance
it's all
to
that-
get like, but we booked this hotel because it should have been
well,
nice.
that's what it's all about. Like,
Do you want orange juice or anything? I'm gonna go.
because you can technically make this argument for hostels, but you expect that in hostels.
Yeah.
You didn't expect it here. This is very awkward for me, by the way. So I'm gonna wait till Matt gets back. Do you even eat this?
I don't think so. You can eat it. The omelet. More stories. Did you like those stories? Matt tells good stories, huh? The hostel hotel, and not in a good way. The hostel hotel. Yeah, the hostel hotel. I don't even want to make a video. I don't want to promote this place at all. When is Cambodia? I don't know, a few months, a month and a half probably. Hi, Matt's from Madrid, Spain. Hello. So, the cavemen, yeah. So, how was the cave?
What am I gonna say? I don't know how to like sum that up. And I'll go on a tangent if I start on the cave.
Well, I gave the link to this in this live description. In the description, there's your Twitter or your Instagram.
Okay.
So tell them about what your Instagram is going to show them. If they go in the description, there's a link to Matt's Instagram. You can get a preview.
It's basically just a little taste, a little preview, so to speak, of maybe between 5 and 10 pictures of each day of day 1, day 2, day 3, and day 4. Don't expect to be necessarily taken there yourself because it's impossible.
It's impossible.
But I will say this though. Matt did an amazing job of capturing as much as humanly possible that you can capture with technology in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to find anywhere else that will, be able to bring you to the cave as much as Matt's photos did. So that's what my Instagram is. And if you're curious about more of my history of me, there's a lot of my old photos from my old traveling days down there. So.
Why don't you go to his Instagram and drop him some just some Jayoe.
You'll
love.
either see a lot of pictures of my traveling,
Or dog.
mixed in with a lot of pictures of my dog.
He has an exceptionally cute dog. Tyson. Anyways, yeah, the cave. Now, as a caveat to what Matt said, I did try as hard as I could to take amazing pictures and capture the video so much, but I did it with my camera and the phone. So the problem is that you can't. I didn't get National Geographic quality. It was like it's almost impossible to get that.
I don't know. A couple of those you got.
You think?
I mean, let me get out the phone just so I can.
Okay. Just give us a little insight.
This is. I mean, I'm only a few days into this being posted, and it's already up there as like one of my most liked photos. Still getting likes.
That is a great photo. Yeah, the glare here. That is an epic picture. Go to his Instagram.
Well,
See that
there it is,
picture.
yeah.
You'll see what I'm talking about. 130 people here. Hey, everybody. Drop us a like if you like. I hate live streams, so I always watch them later. Bye. All right,
Fair
no
enough.
problem. That's fine.
Fair enough. I'm kind of the same way, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. It's probably
As long as you watch it later.
powdered fruit drink. No, I think this was actually watermelon juice. Yours is probably powder, right?
How do I know?
I don't know.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's not quality fresh juice. It definitely has tang. And anybody from America, oh, they have tang everywhere around the world, yeah?
Yeah.
This is tang.
Tang. Greetings from Shenzhen. Hey, Shenzhen. What VPN you on right now?
Go China.
So, hold on. Two guys eating. This is probably why somebody hates live streams. So, the cave. I don't want to give you too much, but because I have like 15 hours of video, guys. Just to give you an idea, on a typical day's video, I don't record more than 60 minutes. So on a typical day video, I have about 60 minutes and I consolidate it into 10-minute final video. For the trip, we did 4 days. I have 15 hours. 15 hours of video. It's gonna be brutal. Although, a lot of it is this guy's just GoPro.
Because I pretty much went through altogether 6 full batteries.
Yeah.
And a couple memory cards.
He filled up a 128 gigabyte SD card.
And most of it was not like necessarily with purpose. I just turned it on and just
walked. Yeah, hiked. Yeah.
Like I'm not a photographer of any kind, a director, so I wasn't like moving my head around. I had it on my helmet, so I just turned it on, and I forget I had to ask him throughout the entire day, is it on? Is it on?
yeah, it was on. And he had a caving helmet, so he had to cover the light. Is it on? Is it on? So, anyways, by mixing because your stuff is like POV stuff, point of view,
That's the whole point.
So by infusing his kind of stuff into this camera, I think it's gonna be an awesome story. And this might, like Matt was saying, this might be one of my best video series ever.
Man, I haven't seen any of the footage, so I can't really make that prediction right now.
But you know what we did?
I know what we did, and I know your skills, so I put those two facts together.
Yeah.
And
pressure. It's gonna be, man, oh man. If you were to put this caving thing up against Everest, and Everest was like huge for me. I couldn't say one is better than the other, but I would definitely say they were both equal in many ways.
now, okay,
Equal or different?
Take the best or the most impactful, or whatever word you want to use, the best 4 days of Everest,
Yeah.
and compare that to the best 4 day, or the whole thing was 4 days, and they're all the best.
Yeah.
So don't take. I mean, you can't compare the two because one was what, 2 months long.
Yeah.
And one was 4 days long.
Yeah.
So that's an unfair
Yeah,
comparison.
it would be unfair. I mean, if you took the best 4 days of Everest and put them back to back, I would say it'd probably beat the cave. Because, you know what I mean? Like climbing the ice fall. I mean, okay, also, the cave was more like multiple things happen in one day. You know what I mean? Like you were introduced to this, and then 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 the day ended. And then this, and then this. It was like...
It was almost overwhelming.
It was just a constant barrage of the most amazing things I've ever done. You know what I mean? Like...
Physically and
Yeah.
visually. And
Yeah. So in that way, if you were to squeeze all of Everest into 4 days, maybe Everest would be like, it wouldn't have been a contest, you know what I mean? But Everest was like, one day it was tackling the ice fall, you know what I mean? And it was like,
Yeah.
that was an amazing thing. It would be,
It's a compressed version.
it would be really hard for me to compare the two, but
You really shouldn't compare them.
yeah. I'll just say that get ready, because it was amazing. How did you sleep down below? Yeah, how did you sleep?
I slept well.
Yeah,
I mean,
You slept a lot better than you slept up here
Last night.
a couple
yeah,
of
for
days.
whatever reason. But I like my sleeping pills. For some
Yeah.
reason, that's the best way I can go. And I had them in the cave, and that stuff. What?
Yeah, Matt. I thought sleeping in the cave, you hear the bats and all the
Yeah, I
sounds.
liked it. It was a
and-
good white noise.
I mean, yeah, it was cool. Just a weird, yeah, it's a weird noise, right? Like a noise, but a lack of noise.
But and it's such a weird noise that it wasn't annoying at all.
Making sure I might get some more coffee.
So
It was awesome. Does one have to be a pro to do the caving expedition, or an average Joe do it? Well, I think that
Joe's for the most
we're average Joes, and
Sue was
we had a
average Joe.
yeah, we had a woman, Sue, that did it, and she was. We had a great group of people. I mean,
Yeah, they were at
Really?
least 25% of the reason why it was so
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. When you're doing an expedition or something with like 10 people or less, you know, it's all about the people who are doing it with you. So yeah, these guys were really cool. But Sue was the least able-bodied, but she did it. She did it. We all kind of rooted her on. So yeah, for sure. How does Matt Frazier pay for all of his traveling?
It's a fair
Do
question.
you want to go into that?
I mean, do you want to go into it now? Or do you want to do it?
You could do we would like to talk about financing our tours a little bit later and how that
just-
works, but you can kind of give them a taste. I'm gonna get some
I'll
more
give
coffee.
a little synopsis, I guess. I didn't set out to live the life that I live. I didn't actually start. I'm 40 now, and I didn't actually start living this life until I was 34. Up until 34, I tried the find a career, find the one, settle down, maybe one day start a family. Stereotypical 1950s American lifestyle. It's kind of what most 80s kids were brought up thinking and pursuing. Nothing wrong with that. It's the way it used to be. As I went through life, I realized I never was going to grow into that. It never was something that I was going to be like, this is what this feels right. It never felt right. So I kind of went from job to job. And luckily, during those times, I never made any bad mistakes as far as like no major debt, no accidental kids, no like marriage that I regret, no marriage at all, but like I had nothing to tie me down. So when I got to be in my mid-30s, and I've conceded to the fact that that lifestyle of the American dream is not for me, I kind of started setting my gear and focus to other things. And I don't want to get too much in detail, but I did get in a car accident in 1999 while I was in the military. And I didn't get like millions and millions of dollars off it, but I'd be lying to say that hasn't been some sort of a safety net for me to take chances in life. So I've made a few chances that I've had a little safety net to catch me when I did fail. But I would not be able to, but don't think at all that's what's fun.
Yeah, you don't have to have that.
Because what I get from the car accident and from my, because I got medically discharged from the military in 2002. I mean, if I had a family, if I had responsibilities, if I had a major debt, like major student loans, like most Americans do, there's no way I could do this. And there's no way I can do this now. But what I've done smart is I've used my life as a business. Meaning, I start off with a low overhead. I don't get myself into a lot of debt, and I don't buy things that I know I'm going to regret one day.
Yeah.
I have in
Simple.
the past, in my younger 20s, don't get me wrong, I made mistakes. That's why I had that safety net. To make a somewhat longer story somewhat short, right now, I have a very low overhead. I cover all of my expenses, food, lodging, pretty much the day-to-day mundane things you have to do in order just to survive in the world, through help from small investments I had from my car accident. And the only reason, which is why I can't do this constantly with Matt, is because of Airbnb. I have a house, I have one condo in Las Vegas that I rent out to long-term renters. And the house I live in now, I Airbnb out. So right now, someone's Airbnb in.
Yeah.
And I actually make a profit when I Airbnb it. So that's what paid for the cave.
No.
I couldn't have paid for the cave on my own, like what's in my bank account or what my monthly income is. It's solely from Airbnb. So
Passive income.
well, Airbnb is not as passive as people think. It's still, you still have to manage, so you still have to deal with customers. But it in the most part, it's passive considering you don't have to go to an office or anything. But it has been somewhat strategic, but I won't lie to someone and say, do just like I do and you'll be able to live the life that I live. Because I just had some circumstances that happened to me that I was able to take advantage of.
Everybody's life is different, you know? Everybody has different things that happen along the way.
That's my honest answer.
Yeah. Oof Nut Bar says you should shut up.
All right, thanks.
Yeah. Jayoe, Matt's got to run. Take the dog out. We'll finish watching later. All right, see you later. You arbitrage housing costs. What does arbitrage mean? Arbitrage? I've never heard that. I've never heard that word used. Hello from Cambodia. What does Matt's bike? Does Matt's bike have tassels? No, I don't think so. Did Matt get a bike yet? Oh yeah. Like you guys don't know. Matt rode for the first. Okay, so off of the financing because nobody seems interested. Nobody's asking any questions, but it's good that we talked about it. What about your ride yesterday? How did that feel? So we rode out. Matt got a mountain bike for like $100, just $100. It was funny. This place had like Shimano, but the Shimano was spelled Shimano, or it's like that, all off-brand bikes and everything. We got Matt a $100 bike. Matt got a $100 bike, and we strapped his bags to the back. And what did you think?
It was a new experience for me. I've never traveled that long in one day on a bike before. At least not with, like, I did like in Bolivia, the world's deadliest road. And I think that was the longest I've ever ridden a bike, but the whole thing was somewhat of an adventure. And then I knew at the end I was done. I didn't have to say, oh shit, I have to do this tomorrow, and then I have to do it the next day. So it was taxing for sure on my body.
Yeah.
If Matt wasn't leading, I would probably just be getting into town right now.
Okay, I wanted to ask that. Was it good that I kind of stuck ahead a little bit?
Yeah,
I was thinking I was doing that. I was sort of doing that on purpose a little bit to give you a goal to continue.
But only I was thinking like he has my wallet, so I hope he doesn't like get too far out of sight.
Okay. Now when I thought about that too, I'm like, I bet he's gonna stop and buy some water. And I looked at, I'm like, well, I guess he can't. And yesterday's ride was really easy. It was 97 kilometers, and I mean, for me, it was really easy. But
I mean, it would.
You know,
I'm not gonna lie to myself. It wasn't easy.
Okay. I mean,
it wasn't hard, but I wouldn't classify it as easy for sure.
I mean, I have 25,000 kilometers at my back,
Yes,
you know,
exactly.
and Matt's just getting started.
I have whatever we did yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. So, I mean, how do you feel now?
Surprisingly, like my legs aren't, so my butt is, but it's not muscle. That's just from sitting on that.
Yeah. I think maybe he could have used a better. I think he could have used a better saddle.
Yes.
And maybe a better bike. But you're not saddle sore. I mean, you don't have any sores or anything, right? I mean, it's
No,
just
there's
no chafing or anything. That's good. You can leave it. It's okay. We will eat. No. It's okay. Thank you. Yeah. Still want more coffee? Yeah, you can have that. So it's all right. Can we get a look at Matt's bike? Well, that was the plan. So we just finished breakfast. We were gonna go get the bikes ready, and we're gonna introduce you to Matt's bike. We can get off on the road for about 10 minutes or so. It's a dreary day, but it doesn't.
I'm not looking forward to this.
Yeah, I'm not super looking forward. We have a short day. We're riding to Hue, or as Matt calls it,
Hue.
Hue.
It's spelled H-U-E.
H-U-E. Hue. Okay. I like totally mispronounce. My grammar, as far as pronunciation goes in English.
No, you say it right. I say it like.
That's what I know. But
American.
like, you're actually speaking like the way Americans would pronounce that. But I'm instantly go to the way that they say it here.
Disgusting.
Coffee.
Like in my mind now, everything's disgusting. Even if I had that at a hostel or something, I'd be like, no, it's not bad.
No.
Because I'm here and I've already have a bad taste in my mouth.
No. Yeah, 148 people here. Why didn't he get a trike?
Well, they're expensive, first off, and two, they're not the most accessible things to get.
Yeah. They're hard to get a trike here. And the trikes that you can get, like at a moment's notice here in China or here in Asia, not very good quality. Well, performer trikes are good, but the ones in China are not good at all. And they're, you know, he got a $100 bike, okay? So how long will we travel together? He's got a flight back on the 30th.
30th, yeah.
So
5 days.
just a few days. When are we hitting the gym again? We just did this morning.
A little one.
Little. Just to, as Matt said, to notify his muscles that they do in fact exist. So.
Or that I haven't forgot about them.
Yeah. So, all right. I just want to eat a little bit more and then we'll go.
I have to be on my back still. And you left your hat and your heart rate monitor upstairs.
Oh, I did? Yeah. Can you grab it and bring it down?
I gotta get my second.
Okay. Are you done?
Yeah, I'll go get it. I'll go pack everything. All right.
Get with the future. Yeah, I mean, Matt's, you know, he doesn't pull no punches. You know what? Hold on for a second. Let me fill these 2 cups of coffee. And then, just a sec. Just hold on a second. Wait. You literally have like elevator music playing while I'm gone, like on hold music. Dum, 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 dum. Please hold while Matt goes and gets a coffee. He'll be back in 5 minutes, so please hold. Matthew is getting his coffee. Please hold for 5 minutes. Are you still there? Would you like to listen to our menu? I did this one thing in the cave where. I kept having David Attenborough's voice like stuck in my head, and as a kid I used to watch David Attenborough like all the time, and he's like somewhat of an inspiration for me to kind of travel the world and do these kind of things. Jacques Cousteau and David Attenborough, and you know, these kind of Discovery Channel personalities, you know. And so while I was in the cave, I actually. I got David Attenborough was channeled through me, and as I walked through the cave, I would just speak in David Attenborough's voice, you know, the cave, born out of history, birthed out of erosion from raging rivers over the course of millennia, now create a passageway through time, connecting points along a route. Simply, I don't know. I was much more coherent in the caves, and I actually did a few segments that were pretty cool. In this jungle carved from a cavern in the cave, bat guano fertilizes the ground and creates a fertile base from which to grow a jungle unforeseen by human eyes. Yeah. Anyways, I had it much better when I was in the cave because I was seeing these things and I was like, oh God, David Attenborough would say something like that. Oh God, David Attenborough would surely say something like that. We had a guy on our team, his name is Norby. And I was like, up ahead, our fellow expedition member, Norby. Norby, a fellow from Hungary, is on the expedition for the first time, testing himself to the limits of his capabilities. Something like that. Anyways, it was funny. Norby. Like, that was exactly how David Attenborough would pronounce Norby. Norby. Do you drink? Did you drink in the cave? We had a couple of beers in the cave, which was nice. But most, everything in the cave had to get carried into the cave. So the porters and everybody were, most of the time they would get to the cave. They would take containers of water. They would actually get big bags of water. They'd fill them up. There were 50 kilos apiece. They'd put them on their backs from the river that would run through the cave, and then they'd have to climb up to camp to provide the water for cooking and cleaning and drinking and all of this stuff. So, hey, AB, is Eva up yet? I don't think she's awake yet. Anyways, yeah, they did a lot of work to bring whatever you wanted into the cave. So we had one special day. It was our last dinner. Brought out some beers, and they carried the beers from camp. Everybody, Eva is here. Hello, Stinker Dinker Doo. How are you doing? I hope she slept well, had good dreams. Did you dream about him, Meow Meow? Hi, honey. Did you have a dream about him, Meow Meow? What did you dream about? She's gonna talk to me, and I'm not gonna be able to hear what she's saying. Did you pack everything out? Of course. Everything that went into that cave came out of that cave. You cannot leave any remnants. And as a matter of fact, there is Meow Meow's cat. As a matter of fact, there's a big problem right now because the cave right now, there's sort of there's a push by some big corporations to put a cable car in the largest cave in the world. As a matter of fact, as we were in our expedition, we'd see little red markers where survey crews have gone to and marked where the cable car would get mounted. And if that happened, it would destroy the environment. It would make something really one of a kind sort of tarnished. It would be a horrible idea. I think, and it would bring a corporate element into the cave. And right now, everybody that is working for that cave to try to make that cave amazing, everybody that does that is local. So you're bringing all of these people out of poverty. A lot of them, their families were in illegal logging or poaching, and so the trekking through the caves is what gives this community an opportunity to do something different with their lives. And what would happen if they did a cable car in that cave? Because there's a village outside of the cave that is like really busy because all these caves are found. I made some videos about it. It's really interesting. But what they would do is they would bus people in from Dong Ha into the cable car. They would ride the cable car, then they would go home. And they would drive to a bigger city. They wouldn't stay where the backpackers and the cavers and everybody stay today. It would create it would be a problem. And the big money people that are trying to do this, they don't care about the environment. They don't care about ruining the cave or building some big, heavy infrastructure over stuff. It would be a real problem. It was interesting to hear the take of the local Vietnamese people as to their take on it, Yeah, it would be like corporatizing just one of the eighth wonders of the world, Anyways, yeah. Hi, AB. Hello, Eva. Is there any scuba diving to be had in the cave? Savvy Symbiont said. You know what? We did the cave. One of the cool things about that cave, first of all, we had a great team. Second of all, we had a great expedition team. We had a great guide. His name was Martin. Martin discovered the cave. Martin is an explorer, a British guy from the UK. And as we were walking through the cave, you could hear just this raging river at one point. There's this heavy flowing river. And he's like, over here, in the next weeks, I'm putting together an expedition to go and do a dive into that river because they suspect that river kind of goes off, and it should, according to what their history of knowing what caves do, and there's no real science. There's no you can't know exactly until you explore. It's like one of the last bastions of true exploration, you know? So he's got an expedition where they're gonna go through and explore this river underground and hopefully find a hidden cavern and another series of caves. I mean, the cave I went to is the largest cave in the world discovered so far, but who knows? Who knows what other caves? You know, before that, it was the Mammoth Cave, right, in Utah, Mammoth Cave. And there was another cave in Bolivia, I think. I mean, just amazing caves, you know, so you never know. You never know what that excursion he's taking. Could you imagine coming up out of the water? Guys, you can't even imagine how big this cave was. Like you could put a 10-story building inside just one of these openings to this cave. It was awe-inspiring. Has anybody checked out Matt's Instagram? You'll see some of those pictures. Oh, it's just amazing. Anyways, it was neat to have Matt wear the Jayoe shirt. He wore one of my Jayoe shirts, so when I took a picture of him, I was actually helping Jayoe a little bit. So like, not only am I taking a picture of my friend to capture a memory, but I didn't feel guilty like taking a picture of not me, you know? Like, I'm like, I hardly have any pictures in that cave, but at least the pictures I took of Matt have him helping Jayoe, you know? Yeah, pretty interesting. So get ready for that. Just to give you an idea, I'm really behind on my vlogs, obviously. You'll see a new one tomorrow. Tomorrow has an interesting character who walked into the hotel, surprised me, and said, "Are you Matt? Are you Matt on the Jayoe tour? On the Trike?" And I got to talking to him, another random fan of Jayoe, and I got a great story with him the day before we left for the cave. So, and then the next episode, so Wednesday will be the first cave episode that'll be sort of me and Matt preparing for the cave. So, and then I have a lot of videos, a lot of videos. I might actually have to double up videos on like 2 videos a day. So, Donald, asking about those LEDs. I brought them, had them in my bag, and I had all these plans to do stuff with them, but I got caught up in the moment. I didn't pull them out of my bag. You know, the expedition we had headlamps and everything, and the head torches had fantastic batteries on them. In fact, I had them on, other than the time I was sleeping, pretty much the whole time. And I didn't really use them at all. So I had this plan to do something with them, and I didn't. So, yeah, you know what? I should have used them. I should have used them because the frequency of the headlamps, you guys seen my videos where I use, like in the ISO is weird and you get these weird lines that are sort of moving up and down on my screen when it's like really dark out? I had a lot of that. I had a lot of problems with lighting, and maybe those LEDs worked on a different frequency. It would have been better. Well, what is that saying? If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a lovely Christmas, or something like that. If I had those lights used more. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, I feel like that. I feel like I'm butchering that. Anyways, what did I do? What was that? That was an Indian thing. Any of my Indian friends know that? What is the gear sponsorship promotion scene looking like? Savvy, you know what? It's interesting. I'm leaving here, and when Matt leaves me, I'm gonna be heading south towards Ho Chi Minh. And about 500 kilometers from Da Nang towards Ho Chi Minh is the home of a guy named Mark. Mark you know him on the YouTube here from Bike Packer. He also has Bike Packer on Facebook. And he is really, really good at understanding the markets and who to work on sponsorships and things like this. So he and I are gonna talk a lot, and maybe he can teach me a few things that I need to learn. So to answer your question, nothing is happening with sponsorships. I am whittling away at my remaining savings, and I mean, my YouTube income is stable, but it's not really rising much. It would be nice to involve some people. One thing that, you know, Eva writing, what did Eva say? She's just writing some things. Matt was, I move forward on this every day, so it's like when you buy a pet dog and then like somebody kind of sees you after a couple of months and wow, your dog's really big, but maybe you don't notice it. Well, the quality of my vlogs and my videos improve over time, but I don't really feel it. It wasn't until Matt was like, he was like, you have really good quality stuff. You definitely should be earning something from it more than what you're earning from YouTube. You have something special. You have a special story. And I'm sure that there's companies out there that would appreciate using it. And the expedition members even, Adam and Norby and some of the people on the team, they were business owners in Poland and business owners in Hungary and different things. And they found it incredible that I wasn't affiliated or earning money from some sort of a secondary source on the tour. So I said, how could you have so much content and views and not have it providing you some more of a stable income? So I think I'm about ready to start looking into and delving into that side of things a little bit more. I'd been afraid of it because I felt like I was too small and I didn't want to get taken advantage of. So I think I'm sort of big enough now to where I can kind of stand my ground and not get taken advantage of. Hi, honey. Hi, Eva. How was your sleep? What are you doing today? Eva sits and she watches the vlog and she's, oh, daddy, daddy, daddy. Honey, hey, honey. And when I finish the episode, I'll probably I'll talk to her. Later, my daddy buy me a Xiao bicycle. Mm-hmm. You want a bicycle with daddy? That'll be fun when she gets a little older. She can ride. Stream on Twitch. People will donate cash. Crazy. Yeah. You know what? Twitch is interesting. How many days will you teach? Will you reach Ho Chi Minh? Ho Chi Minh is like 1,200 kilometers away from here. 1,100 kilometers. So it's quite a distance away. A couple of weeks from here. Your graphics are among the best. Thank you. Tools and parts for repairs when you go to Mark. Richard, all the parts have been sent from Cycle Monkey. You guys know Cycle Monkey? Some of you Trike guys do. The guys there really helped me out, and they, with the help of T-Cycle, sent all the components that I need to refit my front schlumpf drive and my rear roll-off hub parts and my chain. So when I get to Mark's, which is like a week away from here, a little over a week away from here, I'll be able to fix the trike, get it looking and working good, and excuse me. Yeah, that would be great. Multi-streaming, okay, you know what, that would be great. If I could stream on a Twitch at the same time as YouTube. The thing is, I don't like to do like, if I have to do it over and over again, it starts getting monotonous and difficult for me to manage on the road. But if I could do one thing that ends up streaming out to a couple of different things, it's good. Okay, I'm out. Jayoe, bye. See ya. You're already gone. Off nut bar. Excuse me. My nose is stuffy. If it's and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Okay. If it's and were pots and pans, there'd be no work for tinker's hands. If and ands were pots and pans, there'd be no work for tinker's hands. That's cool. If ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all, okay, you guys are correcting me. I was pretty close. Anyways, I saw your Strava post today. I was surprised to see the desert segments was actually, not really desert, just like a lot of sand dunes. We rode through a lot of sand dunes yesterday. It's, I don't really pay attention to my Strava because my Garmin uploads directly to that. So like all the titles are very standardized, like morning ride. I would really like to get in there and tweak those and make them a little bit more interesting, but I just don't have time. I do have time, but I'm a lazy guy. When I finish writing every day, I work on my videos. That's about all I do. Oh yeah. I know Bald and Bankrupt. I know of him. I don't know him personally, but I know of him. He blew up big in India. I think India's got a big desire to watch foreigners on travel segments, and if they're in India, you know, you can tap into that market. Maybe India is going to be the place that I hit big. Yeah, I know the buffet's cleaning up. Maybe we should go get the trike and get ready to go. I've had like 15 cups of coffee. Bald and Bankrupt is searching Bahabis? My redneck tan is gone? Oh no, it's still here. Oh yeah, my redneck tan is still there for sure. Sounds like you need to drink some hot water to cure all. The Chinese cure all, yeah. Hot water, fix everything. What are your plans for Thailand? I got two plans for, I got a bunch of plans for Thailand. I'll come in from Cambodia, skirt Bangkok to the south, and then head down to Hua Hin. From Hua Hin, I head down and then take a ferry to Koh Tao, ride Koh Tao, and Koh Phangan, ride Koh Phangan, and then Koh Samui, ride Koh Samui. And then back to the mainland, ride across to Phuket, take a ferry to Krabi, and then cycle down into Malaysia. That's part one. Part two is after New Zealand, I have to find a way to Chiang Mai. And from Chiang Mai, I had, Bobbies are girls. From Chiang Mai, I head into Myanmar, so Burma. So it's a long ways. Chiang Mai is a long ways away. The topic of lazy, IFTTT. If it is, then that. If this, then that might help you simplify posting on multiple platforms. We'll have to talk about that later, Matt. Anyways, let's get the trike. I can introduce you to Matt's bike. The coffee is now brewing a fantastic trip to the bathroom, which I'll have to work on a little later with you guys. I mean, not with you, but I mean, I'll have to figure out what to do with you. Matt is still a little awkward with video. He's done pretty well, right? Matt's done pretty well for a beginner, but he still has a little bit of nerves, you know. Sitting in front of a camera and talking to it is a little bit odd. As a matter of fact, when I put the camera on him and went to get the coffee, I was listening for what he was saying, and it was very silent. I tend to be pretty good with being able to just chatterbox. All right, let's get my bags. So how are we gonna do this? I think we'll have to take a couple of trips. So first, I'll take the big bags, and then we'll get the, these are heavy. Matt gave me a bunch of stuff that he can't carry, so I shoved a bunch of it in my bags. So I'm going a little extra loaded today. Just check it out. Yeah, this should be a very nice hotel. It should be much nicer than it is. Sort of sad. Okay. Put on my bags on the outside here. Okay. It's so safe here, guys. Like safe in Vietnam. I mean, I had my phone stolen, but that was really my fault. That was me being really stupid. If there's a key to the bike. The only reason I got my phone stolen was because I left my phone out when I shouldn't have, and this is like really my fault. But the next episode, tomorrow's episode, you're gonna meet Ken. Ken was a guy that knew me from Jayoe, and he met me in the hotel. He found me. Ken has an amazing story about a stolen iPhone where he, 2 days later, 2 days after his phone was stolen, he did find my phone, and you guys are not gonna believe what happened. Incredible. 2 days after his iPhone X was stolen, well, I'm not gonna spoil it, but he does tell his story in the episode. It's a good story. Good story. Is Matt being, is there a problem? Is everything okay?
I'm trying to charge me again.
Charge you again? Your booking is guaranteed and all paid for. Yeah.
We're good?
You pay,
Okay,
you pay in your website?
Yeah. Pay everything already. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I do not need. Oh, the other one, yeah. This is for your. That one I don't need. Thank you. It's okay. Yeah. This hotel sucks ass. I'm just gonna. Let's go unlock them and we'll bring them up here and we'll pack them up. So they wanted you to pay again?
Yeah, they hand me the bill, and I'm like, I paid for it. And they said, no. And I showed them my email, and they started talking.
You guys.
This is gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's wet. Yeah. It's that wet. We're back though, right? You could oh, I just disappeared for a little bit. Yeah, this place is horrible. Let's see if our trikes are, if the bikes are still here. Missing their wheels. No, I don't see them. I really don't. Oh, they moved them. Hold on, they're locked together. They always fucking try and roll my trike and wrap the lock around my wheels. They don't pay attention to what they're doing. Me off. They pay attention to your wheel, but they don't care about mine. All right, here's yours. Go ahead. Yeah. I can go that way. I can do. Okay, don't. Okay. What? I was trying to move my shit around. I wonder if like Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if anybody's ever like just taken it for a ride. Don't worry, sir. We'll take care of your bike. I'm a professional. Anybody know that scene? Anybody know that scene from Ferris Bueller? I'm a professional. That guy's voice is so funny. All right, so this is Matt's bike. It's a, how do you pronounce that?
Triumph.
Triumph. A Triumph with a W. And let me show you the Shimano. This one doesn't actually have a knock. There we go. This one is like a knockoff, same font as Shimano, but it's shimming. There it is, shimming. They designed it so it looks like Shimano. And it gets the job done. It's got shocks on the front and pretty decent gear range. Hey, thanks, John. Appreciate that, buddy. Let me see here. We need to cover the people. You need to cover it. Then people will leave your stuff alone. No, they'll take the cover right off. We have a short ride today, about 65, 70 kilometers. Pretty tiger buck. That bike looks challenging. It's not so bad. Get some lunch. So you think the bus trip from Vietnamese was bad? Watch this video when you've got time. Oh, John, I can't get links. AB, what are you trying to say to me? Annie says, asked me something. All right, guys. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna put my gear on. You guys can say some things if you want, but I've got to get the trike ready to go. Oh, Eva, want to talk to me? Hey, honey, look at Daddy's bicycle. Look, Daddy's bicycle. And look, Uncle Matt's bicycle too. This is Uncle Matt's bicycle. You see? Uncle Matt's Pigu hurts, so he put this soft thing on his seat so his Pigu won't hurt. Pigu is butt in Chinese. Anyways. Let's get the trike set up. And I'll get Matt's stuff set up. After I did that thing to the stem of wheel, oh man, I can't lose air anymore. I don't know if you saw that, but I was losing air in my tires all the time. And so I fixed it, and now I don't have any more problems anymore. It's great. I haven't even needed to fill my tires in a long time, like weeks. It's really nice. Tired. Yeah, Matt didn't sleep much last night. 4 hours, you said? My rain gear bag tucks right behind my seat. This bag has worked out really well, actually. Really nice. Fits my side bag perfectly. We'll strap on Matt's bag. I'll show you what I do to get his bag ready. Is it ready? Now, the helmet, you guys talking about my helmet. The, Matt's got our luggage rack, but he doesn't have panniers. So I've had him pack his backpack. It was a really hard backpack, but we took the metal sliders out of the back and been able to wrap it around his rear luggage rack pretty well. So the yellow one's here, right? Yeah.
I have some more room to do.
It's okay. I feel like it's loaded more today than it was.
And just, I probably have less stuff in this.
These loops are really useful.
Seems to be good deck.
Yeah.
As long as it stays.
What are you saying? There's somebody. Oh. So that's the first strap. The first strap goes over and back. And then I hook on the sides of the luggage rack here, and I go around here, and then wrap around. Here. Actually, no. Better if I do the other one. I'll go from this side first. When all said and done, these things are down pretty tight. And cross over. Even have a little bit more. Make sure no straps are hanging. This strap here. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? He's got a Jayoe tassel here from. Actually, this was on this side last time, right? Is that okay?
Well, yeah, as long as
is actually on there pretty good. And we put, we put a dry bag stuck in his backpack on one of these sides so that he has a pocket here, and then he's got a pocket on top. So it acts really, really good. It secures his stuff down real well. Let me read the comment. Pick my hat up. That hat. That's on its last leg. My hat? No, I would never leave without this thing.
You almost did.
Yeah, but I wouldn't leave without it. Oh, you mean in the hotel? Yeah. Actually, saying I would not forget something is kind of a stupid thing to say. Yeah, look at this hat. Look at this hat. This is where the buttons used to go for this guy right here. Pretty soon this thing is gonna fall out too. Sad. Let's read here. I bet he'll ride off without it. MLPS, David, not my neck in the woods, hat. Wow, 161 people. You guys actually hung out while I rigged all that stuff up. That's funny. There's no mosquitoes here to save us from. Minnesota is going to be 60 degrees Fahrenheit next week. Is that a joke? That's sarcasm. Okay, pretty much all the stuff you're talking about. Is Annie still here talking with Eva? Is Eva still watching my video? Is Eva still here? Stinker dinker doo. Okay, I have one more thing to do, which is put my backpack in the back bag, and then we're ready to go. You ready for that, Matt?
What?
Just the cacophony of horns and...
I'm trying to get this much cushion out as I can.
Your seat.
You don't have like a separate rope.
Yeah, I have a string, that
Yeah.
black string.
Oh shit, someone had to fit in one of the bags.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it went. I have these. This was designed to strap down some of my stuff, so use this. Go around it twice. Is it?
I mean,
Is it gonna work?
Comfier than.
I mean, I don't know. It should work, and then you can use this to.
As long as
Is that
I'm
okay?
sitting down, no sound bothers.
I have so many little bits and bobs that work in like so many ways. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Is that good?
More cushiony than yesterday, I think.
Yeah. Good. That should last. I mean, whatever. I don't use those straps anymore. Even if they break, I'd be okay with it. Yeah, I know. His kickstand. He's not. We're not going quite yet. I still gotta put my backpack away, and I gotta go to the bathroom one more time. So the way I do this is my back bag. Normally, when I go up to my room and down, I use it to carry my side bags, and when I'm underway, I use it as my backpack holder, so it holds my backpack. I take my backpack. Just lay it in there. It's super snug, but it does the job. I'm actually really want to do a video review series on the bags that I've had, and like one by one describe what's been great about them, what's been not so great about them, because I definitely have opinions, especially my side bags, my Ortlieb side bags. I have opinions about those, a lot more opinions than I had when I first tried them. Okay. Pasapuerto goes in my side bag. Lock goes behind my side my back pannier. My decorative helmet is so beautiful. You guys ask me why I carry that helmet around if I'm not going to wear it. Is because if I do have an instance where a police or somebody, two instances. First, I do see some dangerous roads where I feel the need to put it on. I've had to go on it a few times. And second, because I don't want to get caught in a situation where there might be some police that are like, you have to have a helmet. We're not going to let you go unless you have a helmet. I've had that sort of scenario, and it's nice to have it just in case. Matt, do you want my helmet? Do you want to wear my helmet? Do you feel like it would be something that you'd like to wear? If you want to, you can try it. Yeah.
Why does someone suggest that I wear it?
Yeah, they're like, you can give it to Matt. Lice. Lice. No lice. No lice in the helmet. I don't even wear the helmet. How could it get lice in it? All right, guys. We're going to take a little break before we get on the road. And this is the second ride after the cave expedition. That was our second ride of the day. Excuse me. And so we're going to take a little break. I'm going to leave the camera in front of the trike here. You're going to stare at Matt working on his cell phone, probably Instagramming something. And I'm going to go to the bathroom. I will be right back. But I'll take you guys for about 10 minutes on the road before I finish the live stream, so you can see some sort of ordinary Vietnam roads. So this is your view. And I'm going to put this down. I will see you in a short while. Leaving at 10 o'clock. Wow, still have 144 people watching. Whew, I feel better. Coffee does a good job. All right, let's see what I miss. Any comments here? A couple pounds lighter. I don't know about paved, but braved, yes. My country honking is communication. If Matt's Trike have steering wheel, it's gonna be perfect. They paved the cave? They did not pave the cave. Or were they honking a lot while I was gone? Watching grass grow. Hey, what's up, Tiger Duck? Hey, how's it going, buddy? Any bets that Matt too will take off the hat? He'll take it off. He actually sweats a lot. Take it off. He's still charging his phone now. So we can sit down. Check the speed hub, make sure we're shifting good. Check the tires, make sure the tires are full. Morning activities. There's some weird sound coming from my front chainring yesterday. Just a really odd sound, like it didn't sound mechanical, it sounded like plastic rubbing up against plastic. It's a weird sound. I'm interested to see if I hear it today. I think it was maybe something got caught in the tube and I couldn't see it. Even you younger guys can use the higher arm extender post to get in and out. Yeah, for sure, for sure. I use those. I just arrived. Matt too bought a bicycle. Yes, he did. That's his bicycle right there. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're about to leave. We're in, just to give you a synopsis, we are in Dong Ha, D-O-N-G-H-A. We left Dong Hoi yesterday. We rode 97 kilometers. Matt did pretty well. I was happy with how he did. We had a good pace. We left really early. Today we're leaving quite late, but it's okay. We don't have as much distance to cover. Today we are riding from Dong Ha to a city called Hue, H-U-E. Hue, yeah. It is misting. I can see it, just lightly misting. I can see it contrasting against the trees. So it's going to be sort of a wettish ride. Oh, you know what? Make sure I have the cameras here. So it's kind of good that I'm doing the live stream because this phone is 100% waterproof, so I can actually start riding and show you guys a little bit of the ride. Whereas if I had my normal camera, I would simply not record until the mist went away. So Matt's Instagram handle. If you guys want to check out Matt's Instagram, the link is in the description. So go below this video, open up the description, and you'll see his Instagram. Are you getting any comments? New comments on your Instagram? Oh, okay. Blow up his Instagram. Look at all his pictures and make comments.
Oh, I'm lucky.
Hey, there he is.
Oh, my friends love you.
You're on my live stream on YouTube right now.
Oh my God, my friends love you.
Who are your friends? Here, come here.
On Facebook, my friend Lorianne
Lorianne.
Mahalo loves to bike.
If you guys are late to the episode, these guys are in the elevator and
Yup.
they're like, "We know you." It's just so random.
It is.
So random. How was your morning?
Good.
Good,
We
good,
forgot
good.
some stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Take it easy. Yeah. Him and his friends were all big fans of Jayoe and just happened to run into me as I'm ready to start my ride today. What a small world. Huh?
I'm trying to get it where I don't have to put in my code.
Oh.
I can't figure it out. That's a pain in the ass every time when I'm riding, I have to put in my code.
Yeah. Anybody know how to take it off? He has an iPhone 7 Plus, and he doesn't want to put his code in every time he. It's got to be right in the passcodes.
I thought.
Right in the passcodes. Maybe delete your password, or delete your. I know, but if you don't have the number, no, there's got to be a switch. Because he's using it's right on his bike, and he doesn't. He just wants to open it and have his phone accessible.
Yeah, after a minute, it shuts off.
Well, you can change the minute to an hour, so it never shuts down. But then you're going to run out of battery. Security settings. What else? Horn sounds in the rain. Battle of the horns. Yeah, so that guy, we met him at the elevator, just in case you guys are new here today, we were at the elevator, and they're here for some conference or something, and he said, "So what are you doing? Are you here for the conference?" I says, "No, I'm cycling around the world." Huh? Good. No, I says, "No, I'm cycling around the world," and they all got crazy. As soon as I said cycling around the world, they're like, "Are you Matt? Oh my God, you're the guy. Oh my, we follow you in Chicago and different. They're all from all over the world. They follow me." I didn't think my channel was that big to have that kind of a reach, but amazing. Got it? Worn out parts in the crank hub? I hope not.
The problem with the way you did this so well, I can't get any.
Well, let me carry that. I got room.
I have like my snacks and water in here.
Well, you can stretch at.
When I stop up.
Yeah. I'd rather have it too secure than loose. Yeah, it fits well.
Hey, not bad.
Not bad.
Safety first.
Somebody's wearing a helmet. Yeah, we're burning sunlight. There's no sunlight here, though. All right. Pardon the shakiness. I'm gonna get my. Listen. Hi from South Detroit. Did you take the midnight train going anywhere? Born in South Detroit. And take the midnight train going anywhere. I'm from North Detroit. Dude, you've got to use Fraser's IG photos to sell your shirts. Yeah, pretty amazing. Like,
Someone said that?
yeah, yeah. Oh, I took a lot of those pictures, like I told you, dual purpose. One, it was to take pictures of my best friend in the biggest cave in the world. Two, he's wearing my shirt, so it's gonna be good promotional material down the road.
Win-win for everybody.
Win-win for
I
everybody.
get great pictures from it.
Great pictures.
It's almost like you sponsored my photography.
Yeah.
My pictures for me wearing.
From you,
these
I would have taken those
Yeah,
pictures
I know,
anyways.
I know. But if you want to look at it on a business.
Yeah. All right, Garmin's on.
There we go.
Heart rate's on. Cadence meter. Speedometer. Bluetooth speaker. Well, the Bluetooth speaker can't work until I finish the live stream. Side view mirror's clean. Tires full. Matt's
Batteries?
ready. Let's go.
Battery's probably gonna go faster this time around, so I only have 60% right now.
In your phone?
Yeah.
How did you not charge your phone? Oh, because the plug wasn't working. Ugh. Wet.
So I might need to steal your charger or something.
Yeah, I got 2 of these, so. As soon as I finish a live stream, let me top off my phone and I'll give you the charger I have. All right, let's. Hello. Yeah, this is Dong Ha. This is kind of a famous. If you look up Dong Ha, you'll see that guy, the statue of that guy. No street lights in this sort of major intersection. Got to cross. This is why they honk, though, because there's an opening in this road and there's no light.
I get it. It's annoying.
All right. Vietnam's really nice with regards to lanes for bikes, though. Like this whole lane here, this whole thing is just for cycling.
It's the only day to wear shorts.
Oh, you get warm real quick. Oh, where are you going, old lady? Got some rice on the back of your bike? I mean, if you didn't know it, you wouldn't think that that's a backpack, right? I mean, it's strapped down really nice. Hello. It's not raining too bad though, guys. It's not like, it's just misting. Just misting. This is sort of the major river. This is 1A. Sort of the river, major road. Oh, Matt's got some speed to him today, this morning. We would love more live streams on the Trike. Yeah, okay, well, I can do that. It all depends on what service I have on my phone. Vietnam's got pretty good service. Is it clear? Is it clear? Great. I'll let this go for about 10 minutes as we ride out of this. That was a hello from the truck, actually. Ooh. Hello. Guy up there is catching a glance. You have your wallet? You want me to hold it? Good views of Matt there, huh? Matt is getting like the star treatment with regards to the vlog. Last couple of days I flew the drone around him and I was able to really get some amazing shots. He tried out the Trike yesterday and he was riding the Trike. I got some awesome shots from the bike showing him on the Trike. It was neat. Hello. Hello. The confused looks from people are just amazing. You know what? There's so many horns, I don't get panic attacks anymore. It just is what it is, you know? I got a good idea, actually. I wonder if I could take my toolbox, take everything out of it, and then give it to Matt. And Matt can use it as a center tube bag. And then he won't have to worry about going into his back end bag for any sort of snacks, or maybe he could keep a few things in there. That's a good idea. And then I just hello. Then I can just relocate the stuff that's in that bag, and he can use it. I actually, if you guys know, this is where my phone normally is. I relocated it to here because this is my second one. So I gave him my quad lock, and now he's using my my quad lock that was there on his bike. And so I've been able to kind of like scavenge my Trike a little bit and give him a few of my extras. And it's been really, really nice, you know? That's a sleeper bus, so the two levels here. The bottom level is for the bottom sleepers and the upper for the upper. That's the same type of bus that me and Matt took on our sleeper bus trip. Did you guys watch that episode, the sleeper bus? What a disaster that was. So frustrating. This is pretty much the way it's gonna look all day today, I think. Hopefully it'll dry up, but I'm just talking about the road. We're doing about 22 kilometers an hour. We as a team have traveled 2 kilometers so far. Would you ride again to go to the caves? I don't know, there's probably more caves south. I'm not opposed to going in another cave. Man, those Sondong caves are amazing. Those Sondong caves, life-changing. If you guys are new to this live stream, you haven't heard the beginning, hello. And you haven't heard the beginning, what an amazing experience the Sondong caves were. Couldn't have done it with a better guy. Couldn't have done it with a better team. Couldn't have done it with a better guide. The guy that discovered the cave in the first place was in our team, and he kept like talking about like what the cave looked like when he first set foot in it, and like what he went through. Just amazing stories. Really, really cool. Hello. Just really nice. How's it feel so far? Good?
Yeah.
Not waking up any yesterday's pains or anything? Are you waking up any of yesterday's pains?
doesn't get any worse.
muscle or joint?
It doesn't get any worse. It's not as bad where you need to stop.
Yeah.
It's not going to get worse.
Yeah. Well, 3 kilometers down, 65 more to go or whatever. That bus was sketchy. The name of his bike is so funny. Trump. They had a bike that was a Cannondale, but like it only had like one N in it, like it was Cannondale. It's just everything that they could do to make their bike brand as close to a professional brand as possible, but not. Hey, thanks very much, Mobility Today. Hey, Matt, please grab a beer for you and Matt too on me. Have a Mario tattoo, maybe a Mario tattoo for me. Mobility Today just gave us a donation. He says we should buy a beer, and you need to convince me to get a Mario tattoo.
Attaboy.
What is Mario?
I noticed you got him surprising movie.
That's so surprised that my knowledge of video games from the 80s is severely deficient. Hello!
I can tell uphill battles are going to be rough today.
Well, today is a lot more flat than yesterday.
Yeah, I don't know if it's weight distribution on this super car. Like, I have it on 4 right now, and like, if I go to 5 or 6, yesterday.
Oh, you're on the biggest brake.
Oh,
You got to shift down on that side. I did that when I was riding because I like having a little bit harder.
That makes more sense. I'm like,
Yeah.
wow.
Sorry. It's a little bit difficult to get it jump up into that big ring, so I got it up there and I kind of kept it there. We were trading off yesterday, so Matt was taking the trike, I was taking the bike. What?
That makes a difference on my team.
Great. So it's better now.
Yeah. Well, it's not better.
Not better, but feeling better.
Not as bad.
Great. It's different, riding with somebody, and his body and his desires are different than mine as far as riding goes. And my skill level is a lot bigger than his with regards to riding a bike. So I'm trying to make sure I don't push him too hard, but also push him a little bit. And so far so good, really good. 3.5 kilometers. What do you say we go? We'll do the first 5K, and then I'll let you go. Is that cool? We'll do the first 5K, so we'll do another 1.5 kilometers, and then we'll go.
You know what? Thing to do? Pull your battery.
Yeah.
I have like black tape and one in my bag, and I can wrap around here.
Well, it's not really weatherproof. So if it gets too wet, yeah, it wouldn't be good for it. I was gonna give you this.
Oh, okay.
Then we could put it right on your top tube there. I can relocate all that shit to my side
I've
bag.
already gone down 10%.
Yeah. Yeah, it is good to have a cycling buddy. It's different for sure. Oh, there's a couple people under that cover. Okay, where does this say? No, one of these signs said Ho Chi Minh. Did you see it? It said like what 1,200 kilometers. It's only 1,200 kilometers. So why would you put a sign with that big of a number on it? Normally you put those up when it's like, hello. That guy's not smiling very much. He's not happy. He's like looking at me, but he's not happy. That has a Statue of Liberty on it. I know Matt's seat is too low. But he doesn't, I told him that he needs to make it higher, but he says his knees don't feel good when they're fully extended like that. I'd jack that seat up all the way. Hello. They're saying your seat is too low. They say your seat is too low.
I think it is. You're right.
Because your legs should be more extended,
Yeah.
you know.
I'm gonna put my earphones in here.
Okay. All right, we'll stop, and then we'll get them hooked up with the bag, and then I'm gonna stop the live stream. So we're gonna enjoy our day as much as we can in this misty weather. So take it easy. Whatever you're doing, add fuel to life. If you want to help out the tour, I appreciate anything that you can. I leave links below in the description. You can do it by buying some merchandise from Redbubble. I'm going to try and put up some more new designs after Matt leaves, and I'll refocus on some things. You can join as a YouTube member, or you can join on Patreon and help me out with just a little stuff, little juice. So take it easy, guys. Jayoe, and we'll see you in a week. You got a lot of caving stuff. The caving stuff is going to be for the next 2 weeks. I've got videos galore. Tice, take it easy. Everybody take it easy.